What's up, everybody? It's your boy Twisty Punch, and in today's video, we're going to be seeing what Iskandar has to say. But before we do that, make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. With that out of the way, let's get the video started. Here we go!
Here in VRC, I'm Iskandar 31. Basically, I'm just a dude that likes hanging around and exploring worlds, finding new people, hanging out with people. I also do DJing. I'm a full VR DJ, so I DJ everything in VR. So basically, I'll use full body everything. I'll control everything with a physical pad, which coincidentally is still sitting right here in front of me. So I mix music. I do everything like that. I play in clubs, play for friends, have fun with that. And just in general, in this particular VR world experience, just being around, hanging with friends, and just having fun, since we can't really do much outside in the real world right now with, of course, the whole pandemic and COVID, with everything shutting everything down. Social distancing and all that just doesn't work.
What made you want to do DJing?
Back when I was in high school, I actually got more drawn into it. A couple friends of mine were big into the electronic dance scene, the underground scene, and they invited me to a couple of the dance raves that they were going to and whatnot. And I just got enthralled with more of the music side of it than everything in like the club, like the dancing aspect. For me, it was music. I've been raised in a musical family my entire life, so I've always had a thing for music. And then when I noticed what the DJs were doing up on the stage, especially with them mixing the music, converting it into a full flowing soundtrack and making it into like a tale story that just got the crowd into a trance style mood where they just enjoyed the dancing and just had those feel good vibes. That was kind of my thing there. So I slowly started, well, what can I get into that? Can I play around with it? And about 10 years ago, I started doing it more on a regular basis, and I got really good at it. But then about 5 years ago, I lost trail of it. And I just lost the passion to do it because there's just a lot of work. And I had one of my hard drives fail on me, which had my music collection on it, which was the complete sad tale on that. But my recent resurgence coming back in is from another friend of mine who I'm a mod for. And the big thing too is that just kind of drove the feel good vibes back into me. And I was just like, okay, I want to get back into music. So I started DJing again, and I've been just doing it ever since. Like this morning, I just recorded another hour and a half long music set that people can listen to, or I'll play here in VRC if people want. And that's just kind of been my big thing there, is that's just been growing and growing back again for me. I just want to keep on doing it because it's something fun, and it's more social interaction that I can do as well.
You said that you come from a musical family?
Yep. My mom is a pianist and my dad is a drummer. So I've grown up with music all my life. Dad didn't know how to play drums immediately. He learned when I was about 6 or 7. He started learning drums, but my mom was a music teacher, has been teaching piano, and has known piano since she was 12. So she's had it most of her life. And my grandparents they weren't fully musically, like musician wise, but my grandpa loved to play with the guitar. He admits he wasn't good at it, but he still enjoyed doing what he did. So I've just grown up with music pretty much all my life in my household. And it's just kind of, for me, it's transitioned into more of the electronic variation of music. I mean, I'll still listen to regular music and everything like that, but for me, my drive has kind of went more towards the electronic, trance, EDM genres.
What does music mean to you?
Music for me, more recently for what is, it's been kind of a healing drive for me. Reason behind that is just over the past year, I've lost several close friends. 2 of them died from COVID, and 2 of them from other means, and one really, really hit me hard. But it's one, like, for me, music is a way that it heals the soul, it calms the soul. And it's just something that can bring you that good vibe feeling where it just feels warm, feels comforting. And just overall, it's something that just with everything, music has that magical ability to, sorry for my phone, transition basically your state of mind into kind of into like a meditative state. In essence, if you have the right music playing, you can get to that state of, okay, I'm in a euphoric trance and it's just calm, it's collected, and the whole world, all the bad things around the world just disappear for you. So for me, with music, it's more of that, it's a healing aspect that helps out in hard times, but it also helps out in good times too.
What was your introduction to music like?
Introduction to music for me was actually my mother. Introduction to that was her playing the piano. My mom has played the piano for several decades, and that's how I got introduced into music and everything. So she would play plenty of music. My family is a Christian family, and my mom was a part of the music worship team for the local church that we were a part of. So that's kind of where music found it in for me. And then just as I got older, it just branched out from there. But realistically, the big drive and the big introduction for music was directly my mother. And I'm very thankful for her in that aspect on that, because if I didn't have that, I wouldn't be able to do the things that I do now or get everything that I have going.
Do you still spend time with them regularly?
I do. Both my mother and my father, in different aspects of my life, I have strong relationship with both. My mother, in terms of music and the technology side of things, I'm a big tech nut. So my mom, she likes tech, not as diehard crazy as I am on it, but it's one where the relationship is still very good there. And my dad, on the other coin, would be more of the mechanical. My dad was a mechanic. Mechanical side, woodworking side, stuff like that, that grows on my father. But music definitely was my mother. Dad picked up from there as well, but other stuff goes to my mother, or my father, sorry.
You said you had some hard times last year due to COVID.
Not me directly, but friends of mine have had, and I've actually lost several friends throughout the year. Two from COVID, and a couple of them passed away from suicide. They just had a lot of things going on, and one of them really hurt me because I was the final phone call for them. So basically, that is, I'm the last person they physically spoke to, and that hit me really hard because I'm the type of guy that if you have an issue or you have something that serious going on, I don't care where you're at. I'm going to drive my ass to you if I can get to you. They were 18 hours away from me, and I couldn't do that. So I was frantically trying to contact mutual friends in the area where they lived, and by the time they got there, it was already too late. So that one really, really hit me hard. And then most recent one actually was just a couple weeks ago. A friend of mine in Vietnam passed away. I didn't find out right away, and for me with that one, we were friends since 2002, so we had a long relationship in that regard. We only met once, just due to them being Vietnamese, and I only met them once physically, but we always kept in contact because we were in a part of an international pen pal group. And that one, that's the most recent that sticks to me. And I disappeared off of everything, VR chat, all the discords that I'm a part of, everything. I just shut myself out. And I know I worried everybody that normally doesn't see me disappearing, stuff like that. And that one still hurts, but it's a healing aspect where, like, all the music that I'm doing, I recorded a music set specifically for her, because I know the type of music that she did like. So I did a 2-hour live mix. Wasn't intending on doing one, but I just needed to get it out of there. So yeah, it's been hard, but it's also been good healing. And I mean, the friends that I've made actually even recently here through VR chat. I mean, Harls, who's currently running around with an Uzi apparently. You as well when I see you, and especially like Whooperboo. I'll name her directly as well. She's been one of the big reasons why I've been able to do a lot of healing processes and stuff like that. Is just being able to speak with friends, and my leg is going crazy. I apologize for that. But yeah, yep. There's been some really, really, really big hardships for me over the last year, but I'm thankful for everything that has come good out of it as well. Because I mean, I wouldn't be here in VR chat and even talking with you if it wasn't for Whooper Boop in essence, because she was the main reason why I got back into playing VR chat. That was my big reason for returning to this game. Was started watching your stream, feel good, that's good, and then I just logged in and we just started exploring again and having fun, and that's why I'm back in here now.
What's the next step for your DJ career?
Next step for me right now is going to be, especially here in VRC, is to play in more parties. Aspect of that would be is like go to like Club 808 or Club Cobalt, or get a part of some of like the Groovy VR events and play music from there. But that's still going to be a ways off right now. But it's one I just want to make sure that everything's good from there. But other than that, one thing I want to get back into that I haven't done in over 10 years is producing music. Back when I was still in high school, I was tinkering around with playing and producing music and going from there. And I kind of want to get back into that. So that'll be another step for me to work with so I can continue doing DJing, but then add my own twist into it with my own custom music.
Do you have a message for people who are struggling right now?
The biggest thing for folks that are out there struggling, I know we're in one hell of a time. I mean, last year with COVID fully hitting us, and even right now, everything, it looks like it's falling apart. But there are those bright spots. I mean, like for me, hell, I was in dire straits. I was in some very bad spots last year, but just through meeting the folks that I've been able to meet through this particular platform and just growing from there, there is a bright corner around everything there too. But yeah, just hang in there. I know it's tough. It's a hell of a battle. I mean, for me, I'm on my own here in a home that I own and trying to pay the bills on that with COVID and everything going on. That's a struggle, but just keep moving forward, because every day that you're a part of the world is another day that the world is brighter. If we're not with it, the world darkens. And that's the harsh thing, is I don't want to see the world darken. I want people to continue to grow, to have that positivity out there, and just keep doing what you do, because you're all phenomenal.
All right, everybody, thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. And it would help if you left a comment down below and shared with your friends. I don't know what else you want from me, so I actually have to turn this off.